So today's video is going to be my upper body session. First off, I want to say I appreciate you guys who are subscribing, liking the videos, showing a lot of love for the videos. I really appreciate that. All comments and stuff that I've been getting both on YouTube and on Instagram have been really cool to see. People are enjoying the more frequent videos and enjoying the full-length training sessions that I'm putting up here. For those that are new, there is a upgrade coming. I know that the audio for the videos that I have is terrible, so bear with me. We're upgrading that. We had a little challenge a few videos back where I said if any of my videos got 100 likes, then I would upgrade the system to get one of those microphones that I can clip on to make the audio system a little bit better. That's on the way. It's not easy to get stuff where I'm at. I live in a village in the north part of Iceland. It's not, this place that I live is not even big enough to be a town. It's a village. So finding stuff like this, there's not a camera store here in town that I can go to and just go pick up a mic and get it. So I gotta find a place that can ship it here. I'm trying to find one that is gonna be compatible and give you good quality with the camera that I use, but then also it's not gonna cost me $1,000 to get it to Iceland, because everything in Iceland is a pain in the ass when it comes to ordering stuff from out of the country and getting it shipped here. You've got customs, you've got taxes, all sorts of stuff. So I'm working on it. We're gonna upgrade the system. I'm gonna get it done before the end of the month. So a couple weeks here, should have everything put together and we'll have a new microphone. So I feel like I'm gonna have to address that every single video now since the channel's growing. Yesterday we got about 150 new subscribers. So if you're watching this video and you think the audio sucks, everyone else agrees with you. I agree with you. And we're gonna make that upgrade. But today's focus is upper body. We're gonna take what we did yesterday with that same concept and just apply it to the upper body. So power type focus, we're gonna be moving some loads fast and explosive. Yesterday we did the box squat variation. Today we're gonna do what I consider like the box squat of bench presses, which is going to be a pin press, meaning we're gonna start at the bottom from a dead stop position using these safety arms to rest the bar on and then try to explode out of that as quickly as possible. We'll have bands on the barbell. We're gonna build up to somewhere probably around 100 kilos on the bar plus light bands. So I don't know exactly how much resistance those bands add, but let's say anywhere between 10 to 20 kilos of added resistance. So we're looking at 110 kilos, 115, 120 kilos total on resistance on the barbell. If you're doing percentages, I would say be around 60 to 70% plus light bands. Maybe start closer to 60, so like 60, 65% plus some light bands. I usually just go off RPE. How I'm feeling right now, I think RPE 7 for me is gonna be about 100 kilos plus the bands. But we'll see as we're warming up. So we're gonna keep the same sets and reps that we did on the bench press that we did for the back squat yesterday. So today on the bench press, we're gonna do 5 sets of 4. Then we're gonna move into some more accessory type movements, and you guys will see all of that today. So first up, bench press. I'm gonna set up these arms, put some bands on, get some warm-up sets in, and then we're gonna get after it. All right, so bench is set up, bands are on the barbell, safety arms. Ideally, you want this bar, while it's resting on safety arms, to be as close to the chest as possible without actually being onto the chest. That way you can relax the arms a little bit, and then each repetition, you're trying to just explode off of that starting position as quickly as possible. So bring the bar down. As you can see here, I still got a little bit of room between the barbell and my chest. Set yourself up into a strong position. So if you need to arch your back, squeeze your scaps together, get into a strong position where you can explode through, and then up, back down, rest again. And that's gonna be the setup for the bench. So I'm guessing this is going to be my first working set. As you guys have seen, I don't like to do a lot of warming up. I just kind of get straight into it. So we're gonna see how 100 kilos feels with the bands. 4 explosive repetitions here. All right, so as you can see in the background, some people walked into the gym. And as I said before, I don't like to be kind of in people's way and trying to take focus away from other people's training, especially Victor there in the background, power lifter, strong dude. He goes in there, puts in work. I don't want to be in his way or be a distraction. But we're focusing on that explosive movement through the bench press, trying to get that bar off of those pins as quickly as possible. And then as you bring the bar back down to the pins, it's all right if you relax a little bit and you take a little bit of the tension off of the arms and then try to explode back through. So as you can see, I kind of adjust my grip, my fingers move around, which is fine. You're more focused on just being as explosive as possible versus trying to be as strong as possible. So second movement here today, I wanted to do some variation of an overhead press. So I decided to go from like a kneeling box push press. I'm going to show you the working sets here after this, just trying to warm up, feel out where this is going to be since this is the first time I've actually done this variation. From the knees, no specific reason other than I just wanted to take the legs out of it a little bit and focus more on trying to push through with the upper body. And like I said before, Victor here, I wanted to get a shot of him just casually doing a set of 8 on the back squat at 220 kilos. Victor is one of the stronger powerlifters in Iceland. He just got done with Europeans a few weeks ago. I think he benched about 2 something. He can squat over 3. He can pull over 3. Just overall a monster. So I asked him if I could film a set of his, and he was doing, I think, 3 or 4 sets of 8 with this 220 kilos, which is nuts. So back to the variation of overhead press. This is kind of like my first working set. I think I added a little bit of weight on the set after this, but all I'm really trying to focus on doing is explode through the hip a little bit, but really focus more on using those arms to drive that bar up and overhead as quickly as possible. This is kind of like a push press variation, but like I said before, I just wanted to take the legs out of it a little bit and focus more on having to drive with the arms. So from a kneeling position is fine. I was debating on whether I wanted to do this or some sort of like Z press variation. So I went with this just because it's a little bit more dynamic. I felt it went with the flow of the session a little bit better. Third movement here is GHD rows using a snatch grip. I really like this row variation as it hits kind of like that erector and middle part of the back. I feel a little bit more activation throughout my total posterior chain as I do this. When you set this up, as you can see from the side here, I try to get my hips on top of that pad and keep my knees bent a little bit to try to take the hamstrings out of the movement and try to focus more on using the erectors and the back. If you have straight legs, you're going to feel those hamstrings really firing. It almost becomes an isometric for them. So I like to do it with a bent knee. Last 2 movements here, just some accessory work. Close grip pull-ups. Try to focus on keeping the wrist and the elbow in line. Elbows should be out in front of the body as you do this. I think I did sets of 8. I don't remember how many total I did. And then we ended up with some isolation work on the triceps, just a bent over pull down variation. I only really will ever do isolation work on the arms when it comes to shoulders and triceps. Biceps, for me, they grow extremely fast, so I don't really do a whole lot of that. So that was the session for today. I appreciate you guys watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we will be back with another video later on this week.